Hello everyone and welcome to number 27. I'm in an Audi RS4. It's the B7 model, so 2006 or 8 or something like that. Only, this is not just your average normal RS4. This car has actually been supercharged, so the 4.2 litre V8 has got a supercharger bolted onto it. As standard, they're supposed to produce 420 horsepower. In actual fact, I think they'd be measured on dynos closer to sort of 400, something like that. This car, wait for it, now produces 600 horsepower. And that is a dyno figure, it's not made up. When it was standard, this car was dynoed at 360 horsepower or thereabouts. And it's now making an extra 240 horsepower. Unbelievable. I'm still waiting for it to warm up, so I haven't booted it yet. But I'm expecting it to be pretty terrifyingly awesome. When this first came out, I think it was the first fast Audi to really take the fight back to BMW. The M series cars had always been much preferred to anything that Audi could make. The Audi cars, the fast RS cars, they were nice looking, well put together, they were fast, but in terms of driving dynamics, they were always a little bit of a letdown. Very front end heavy, always tended to push wide, very safe, very dull, very boring. When the B7 RS4 came out, that sort of changed everything. The engine's supposed to be a real peach, the car looked amazing, and it actually handled properly by all accounts. We'll see how I feel about this later. So far, it's got the typical Audi interiors and build, which are very, very nice. It rides really well. I was expecting it to be rock hard, and it's quite polished around the edges again, and it's got that firm damping, but it smooths the edges out. So just had a couple of senior moments there. First of all, when I picked up the car, I couldn't work out how to start it. Starter button is there. And then secondly, just went and got some petrol, and I couldn't work out how to open the filler cap. How do you open the fucking petrol cap? Is there a button somewhere? Which just required pushing. I thought there'd be a button in here or something along those lines. So aside from the supercharging aspect, I've always liked this model RS4. And I've wanted to drive one for quite a long time. As far as I can tell, the supercharger should just add to it. There won't be any extra lag. It should just have more, it should just have more power. The kit is by TTS. I think they retail for about 10 grand or so, which in the scheme of things, for the amount of extra power it's producing, seems pretty good value, really. It's really instantaneous power as well. It doesn't sort of build up, it just shoots off. So as part of the day as well, I'm going to go and pick up my mum. I'm not going to tell her anything about it, she'll just think it's a very normal Audi. And then I'm going to just mash the pedal down and see how she reacts. It should be amusing. And it's like yours, you've got an Audi, haven't you, after all? Yeah.
Jack, I am not having fun.
No.
No, not at all.
Does it seem fast?
Yeah.
It does. Can I put my foot down a little bit? No?
No, thank you. No.
Not at all?
No.
Okay. You don't like it then?
No.
Right, let me tell you, this thing is absolutely incredibly rapid. It's actually probably the first car I've ever been in where you really have to be careful the throttle on a dry road. It's just so violent out of corners. Oops. Just had someone there flashing me. Some concerned citizen basically telling me to slow down. And how I hate people like that. Just cannot mind their own business. Feels much lighter around the corners than it has any right to feel. So smooth, that engine. It is silly. It's like a rubber band. You put your foot down and there's a big rubber band just pulling you towards the horizon. This is the fastest car I've ever driven, 600 horsepower, easily the quickest thing I've driven. More involvement is what I would like. I'd like the engine to be a little bit more present in the cabin, but I understand why it isn't. This is a standard car. So look, it's very, very good, which is no surprise to anybody. In terms of the power of it, it's pretty unbelievable. It doesn't feel quite as dramatic as I was expecting, all that pace. I was expecting it to feel a bit more... I was expecting it to be a bit scarier, frankly. It's not. I think that's just because it's so civilized. It's really good at just... It smooths out all the bumps. It goes where you tell it without any drama. It's a quick little thing. Not little. Actually, it disguises its bulk really quite well. Even in something like this, which is actually pretty good, it's not that remote. It does give you feedback, but even in something like this, it doesn't feel that you're completely connected to the car. You're going to get tired of hearing about my Lotus, but in the Lotus, you really feel that you're directly connected to the front wheels. When you change gear, Lotus with that Citroen SM gearbox, you can almost feel the gears clicking into place. It's lovely. This is a good gear change, but it just doesn't feel like you're changing gear. It just feels like you're snicking the lever into a slot. These are very, very good, but they're quite difficult to love. They're tools. Which I guess for most people, that's what a car is a tool to get from A to B. Yes, it's really sure-footed. Yes, the suspension is great on British B roads. Yes, it's agile. It doesn't understeer, at least not the speeds that I've been chucking it about at. It's well built, as all Audis are. It's really good looking, I think. It's a brilliant car. So my verdict: epic, but a bit too easy. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Please keep a lookout for the videos. And let me know in the comments below. Let me know what you think. Does it sound sensible? 600 horsepower in a little estate car? Certainly feels alright from here. See you soon.